Welcome back. If you guys haven't seen our shop update video, this is my 1984 FXRT. Today we're going to be tearing it apart and putting some new parts on it, giving it a bit of an update and getting it ready for the riding season. With everything going on in the world right now, we're having a hard time getting parts delivered to us. I know guys in the States are complaining about USPS losing stuff and taking forever. It's kind of the same deal here in Canada. We have a lot of parts on order with the shovel head that we're waiting on, which is why we're jumping to the RT right now. But I did get a bunch of stuff in from Hardcore Cycles. Those guys over there were real easy to deal with, real knowledgeable guys. They hooked us up with a lot of stuff for the RT. Starting with these Legends, we're going to be mocking them up today to get our ride height in the back so I can figure out what size tubes and forks I got to order for the front. And then we got an Electron carburetor that we're going to be installing today. Some Biltwell grips that won't be going on today, but we have them. And an electronic ignition. We also have a new kit for our rear swing arm. Those are not from Hardcore Cycle here. These are Harley Brembos that I got off a guy on Instagram. And I have 39mm narrow glide triple trees here. I thought I had a set of tubes and forks lying around, but every set I have is 41mm. What we might do is go steal a front end off one of our Sportsters, but they're tucked away in storage right now. Or I might try and find a narrow glide for 41mm. Before we can get any of these parts installed, we gotta start by stripping the bike down.
Drive him back into his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death, 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 death.
As you guys can see, we got all the tins taken off of this. Unfortunately, we took a break for lunch and put Ryan back to work. He forgot to turn the camera on for taking the back fender and the gas tank off. It's too bad you missed it because we spilt a bunch of fuel on the floor and everybody got soaked. But next we're going to start putting these shocks on and see how they look and set our ride height. Now that we got the shocks on, it's hard to picture now, but they're going to sit up here somewhere above the bags and off the fender. This whole shock here, unfortunately, is going to be covered by the bags. But we're going to drop the bike back down, see where it sits as far as terms of ride height, and then unfortunately we can't put a front end on it today. But we're going to switch gears and put the Electron carburetor on. Got to start by taking the air breather off, and then we'll have to undo our throttle cables. We're not going to go through the trouble of running the new throttle cables yet because I got to get new bars and stuff. But we just want to get the carburetor on. Unfortunately, my teardrop breather is not going to work with the new carburetor unless it comes up with a big air gap. It does not fit on there. The choke is in the way. There's a whole lot of reasons why this doesn't fit. But the K&N that we bought for the shovel head project there does fit. And it'll mount on there perfectly. So what we're thinking now is I'm going to run the K&N on the RT, which matches the black theme of the RT. And we're going to run the teardrop S&S on the shovel head, which we've done some looking at it and everything else, and actually does suit that bike rather well. That's going to wrap up this week's video. We made some good progress, got all the tins off, shocks are on, hit some snags, but we're going to get it figured out. Thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.